Hi guys, this is Share with the Current Event Awards. That's Share with the Current Event Wars, and today we're going to be talking about Las Vegas. I think everybody in the nation, plus around the world, is listening in on what's going on and what's been happening and stuff like that. Um, as you know, a lot of people here are saying that this could be a possible false flag, or it could be actually happening, or there's going to be a civil war, or there's going to be other things coming out of it from the media. But here's the thing that a lot of people are not um, listening to or seeing in between the lines or hearing some of the codes. Over time, when events like this happen over and over, they form a pattern. And whether our government has picked up on this or not, I don't know. They probably have, but is ignoring it. Um, my opinion from everything that I'm seeing on evidence that I have researched so far on it, tells me that this is an inside job. And I'll go through why I feel that way right now. I will show you a lot of the different pieces of the puzzle of evidence or things I've come across. And hopefully someone can get this out to Alex Jones and his channel over there, because I've been trying to contact him with a lot of the information I have, and I've got more coming in as I'm speaking. So again, this is Share with the Event Wars. Current event war, sorry. Alright, so anyway, I'm coming across people on the web, and they may or may not tell the truth. I don't know. But there's a lot of people now digging for information, and they're digging for research, and they're using the globe. They're using the web throughout the globe to do it. And one of these articles that comes up here is a named Stephen Paddock, which is the actual shooter. They say. I don't believe so, because I've actually heard the audio on a lot of different videos. I think there's about 2 to 3 different shooters. I'm saying 2 right now. I'm going to stick with that, and I'll give you my reasoning later on in the video why. But the Stephen Paddock has come up because he was in the hotel. He checked into that hotel 3 days before the event happened. I believe it was a very well planned event. But it comes up on a police scanner here when they did a web search on the web here. They did a search for police scanning, and this one person here, his name is Logan Runnan, actually found a place here on the web where it came up where there was another name that came up, and I will go into that later. But as you go through the web, you can use anything on resources to pull information throughout the globe. And sometimes things surface, and this is just one of those things that surfaces. But anyway, his name, Stephen Paddock, came up with a name of another guy here. Gary Danley, U.S. Retired Special Forces. Now, just to let you know, he was involved in Benghazi. Okay, and I'll go further up on this article so you can see it maybe here. So bear with me. But, yes, this is a Liberty News, but because I'm not biased on any realm, I'm showing everybody on their stuff, okay? Because media is media, no matter who you're using it from, okay? But it was a Benghazi letter that surfaces from 700 retired military special operations professionals. And these were the people that were involved in the Benghazi situation. Okay? And the Benghazi attacks on 9/11/2012. Now, if you think about when this attack at Las Vegas happened, Okay, it was like 9 in September, right? So, or 10, and then 1, and that's 11. And you know, you got to look at later on. We'll look at the numerical factor too, because 11 is a Freemason number. Okay, we're going to look at other numbers too as we go on. So I just want you to keep all this information in the back of your head, or write it down on a tablet or something, of this information of everything I'm giving you. Okay, but yeah, I just want to let you know that this guy here that I came across on the list here, if it lets me, was one of the people that signed on with the Benghazi situation letter. Okay, so that's his name. LTC Gary Danley, U.S. Retired Special Forces. Okay, so we're going to put patterns together here. I want you guys to put them all on paper, and we're going to get to the bottom of this one way or another. And the media won't do it for you. Don't trust the media. The only thing that comes close to it is Fox, maybe InfoWars, and RT, and BBC, and you know, a few other ones out there. But anything else on the cable network, satellite network, anything else, don't believe it. Okay. Same thing with trusting your own government, but whatever. Anyway, so here it is. And then also too, we're going to go, these two people, Stephen Paddock and Gary Danley, knew each other. I'm going to let you know that right now. They knew each other, and I'll show you how they knew each other. Okay? As you see here, he was on video here. Another guy here on the web have caught him, Charles Walton, in his video says casino security video of Stephen Paddock in Las Vegas Mandela Bay Hotel gunman shooter. This they've actually got live video throughout the whole situation of him. Here, let me see if I can cross that out here. Okay, there we go. Oh, hang on. Bear with me here. All right. I got so many different footnotes here. But I want you to look at the video, and then look at the circle. When you see a circle, red circle around it, there he is right there. Okay? Supposedly he was treated for injuries. What injuries? From falling? And he had a briefcase in his hand. So I'm going to play this back a minute. If I can, I'll try to stop it. Let me play it back. But if we go back to the beginning here, okay. I'm trying to get it where I can freeze frame it in the lobby of the casino. See, he had a little bag there, and you can tell there's some weight to it. It was weighed down. Okay, so this white area here is where he's at. Okay, and he has this little white bag that he's carrying, and it looks heavy. So it could have been that he actually had maybe cash in there. Okay, maybe he did a loan, you know, from the casino, and he has bills in there. Maybe somebody paid him, or maybe it was his ammunition. But either way, anything in the stacks of bills or ammunition, all that has a weight to it. And it looked like it was in a plastic bag. So, of course, it wasn't, you know, swinging around the free breeze kind of thing. You know, it had some kind of weight to it. That was my clue there that something wasn't right, amongst other clues. But I'll keep going with it. Then he was treated for his injuries, okay, supposedly. Later sued for negligence and blaming for a fall on liquid on the floor. and he lost that case. So that was an insurance situation, basically, for the hotel. And there, like I say, you can review this. This was on NBC News as an interview of it. They interviewed it on here also. But they actually said here that the casino security videoed him, okay, in Mandela Bay. So it was an insurance situation, I believe, on the actual casino, and why he wanted to possibly, shoot out from the casino, because it was an insurance situation. It was a payback thing, because he lost his case in the insurance situation of before, when he was slipping and falling and he didn't win the case. Okay, so this was back in 2011 now. Okay, this isn't currently, this was from 2011 on him. Okay, but there's more to the insurance situation. Later, I will try to get to that. Okay, so that's our other thing. Now, I'm going to go to his actual window where he shot through the window. Okay, and you see here in red. Now, here's another thing. This person, Valerie Cated, which made the video here of the actual live motion, she's doing it in slow motion as well here. But I just want to leave it on that freeze frame there for a minute, because he was shooting from the 32nd floor. Now, the 32nd floor in the Freemason term is a code for being a master mason. Okay, I haven't checked resources yet, but I think he was also connected to the Masons or knew someone in the Masons, or he could have been a Freemason on lower end. I haven't gotten into that yet, but that was a clue why the 32nd floor. Why couldn't he do it the 11th floor? Or he could have done it the 40th floor. Or he had to do it somewhere else. To me, that was, another clue. The 32nd floor being Freemason connected. Freemasons being connected to the government being inside job type thing. Alright, so I'll continue on. Then, we were talking before about Gary Danley, okay, the Special Forces guy. Well, Gary Danley was married to Mary Lou Danley, which now is Stephen's, or was Stephen's girlfriend. Now, everybody asks, like, well, how did he have, there's all kinds of questions. Why did he have so many pieces of artillery in there? And why was it like semi-automatic or automatic, and holsters and magazines and whatever that the media is reporting on? It's because she was the connection to the ammunition and to her ex-husband, which she was divorced from, Gary Danley, being U.S. retired Special Forces. And in order for you, I believe, to get a Class 3 license in firearms, you had to be military involved, retired, or active. And that was the key to get the firearms as much as you want. Okay? But here's the other kicker. Gary Danley was involved with Benghazi. Who else was involved with Benghazi? Can anybody answer me that question? Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton and the Democrats, the whole party of the Democrats, including Obama, were all involved with Benghazi. So this was an inside connection. It's surfaced as a deep state situation that has actually surfaced. I'm cracking the code as I'm going along here best I can. But this is my theory of everything that's going on. So far, everything I'm seeing proof on. But she was the key, the girlfriend was the key to Stephen. for getting the firearms. But also, too, she had a separate room. There was 2 rooms of windows that was knocked out in the here in the casino. Oh, yeah, here. If you remember, there's a window here, and then there was a window on this side too. Both sides of the windows were busted out. Well, this is Gary's window over here, and the other one over here was the window of the girlfriend. I believe what happened was her husband or herself actually had the high-end rifles and semi-automatics or whatever of all the artillery in her room too, because otherwise why would the window be busted out, right? That's what I'm asking questions. Why would the window be busted out? And if he busted out his window using automatic guns, then the same thing has happened with hers. Okay? And when you go into YouTube, there's all kinds of different videos, and I'll let you guys all investigate it for yourself, but there's videos out there that actually you can hear a lot of the gunshots. And in the gunshots that was going on, you can hear 2 different types of guns. From my hearing, you can hear 2 types of guns. You can hear kind of like a semi-automatic and an automatic. So that I could understand why both these windows would have been busted out, because maybe one window had a semi-automatic and the other one had an automatic. Okay? And you can go into it because there's all kinds of videos. There's a video out there right now on YouTube where a taxi cab driver is driving around and she hears it and she's reporting it to the other taxi cab drivers. One of the other taxi cab drivers is calling it into Metro down in Las Vegas. What's going on? They're saying they're shooting. So, they're communicating between the taxi cab drivers. Then all of a sudden, they see these people running, and then they actually get in the cab and says, "Take off, get out of here," da da da, and all this. And you can hear the 2 different views and hearing of the 2 different types of guns at different angles, kind of thing. You know what I mean? And it's 2 different tones. It's like one's like da 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 da, and the other one's brrrr, and then the other one's like da 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 da, and then the other one's like brrrr. So there's 2 different types of guns going on there, and that would explain the different kinds of guns he had maybe in his room. So yeah. So anyway, they need to bring her back into this country and do an internal investigation on her. She's not only connected because of the Philippines and with maybe ISIS down there, but honestly, I don't think ISIS is 100% responsible for this. I think, honestly, who's responsible for this is the Democratic Party with Hillary Clinton, and nothing that I'm against a Democratic Party. I'm just saying it is what it is. Hillary is a Democrat, and Obama, because Hillary and Obama were involved with Benghazi, and they were connected. I'm not pointing fingers, but it is what it is. And I believe since they created the ISIS, that they themselves created this and is responsible for it. And I feel, and I hope all of anybody, whether anybody's listening from the Jones show or whoever show, or the victims themselves, on which I'm really sorry that this is really happening to you guys, but you guys should sue Hillary Clinton, and you should sue her whole family and Obama as well, because I feel 100% that from what I'm seeing so far, unless something changes my mind with other evidence, that they are responsible for this whole action. And it's because they're trying to undermine the whole state of the country. They're trying to develop a civil war. They're trying to overthrow Trump. and they're trying to basically create chaos in this country so that they can gain control of the country. And I'm sorry, but for someone that actually went to Benghazi and basically lied about a lot of stuff and created ISIS and all this stuff and now created this, I don't think they deserve that. Do you guys? I mean, for those that are living, what if this happened to you? You know, what if this happened to you? Or someone in your member of your family? And I don't care if you're religious or not religious. I don't care what political party you're in. Okay? But what if this happened to you? Right's right and wrong's wrong, right? I guess. Anyway, I haven't begun to rant and rave yet, so I'm just at the beginning here. But another thing I want you guys see something on. I found here in Las Vegas Sun, dated October 3rd, 2017, that the Mandalay Resort Group of Las Vegas sued 3 of his insurers to force them to pay costs to incur to correct a $950 million Mandalay Bay subsidence problem in 1998. Okay? The resort spent between $8 million to $10 million to install 536 metal cylinders under the 43rd story, which is 370 or 3,700 room building, after it began sinking during construction in 1998, which resulted in a hairline crack in the valet parking garage, which warped the frame doors, windows, and structures. The actual hotel began to sink 18.8 inches during the construction as a weight squeezed moisture out of the underlying aquifer. So there's an insurance connection as well to the Mandalay here, for not only with Stephen, and they've had insurance problems here from the past from Stephen, but also an actual insurance problem itself in the structure of the actual place that is built, because it's not, well, they say it's a safe place with all this extra stuff in here, but evidently it's not, and so they're having a big problem. So if something else further comes from the Mandalay here, which I foresee it will happen, whether it's a big inferno or a earthquake or a flood or a bomb, I don't know, whatever it might be, that this is going to be an insurance write-off, just like the 9/11 situation. Yes, you heard that from me. That's my opinion. So anyway, this is my 2 cents worth on everything that I've found so far. And again, go to YouTube and you'll find the video here on a lot of this other information. Let me see if I can find... yeah, I can't see if I can find the other stuff. But anyway, I will try to continue to give you updates on this, on more information. But overall, from what I'm seeing so far, this is an inside deep state job by basically Padlock, or by Stephen Padlock being the sitting duck. The real shooter, I believe, is a group of people, but one that actually surfaced, which is Gary Danley. I think he's also the one that may be supplied with the ammunition, since it's a Class 3 ammunition. And I believe it was a payoff because he's connected to the Benghazi situation, which is connected to Hillary and Obama, and uh, being that they're Benghazi related, and since they created ISIS, and since the girlfriend also here, um, which was Stephen's girlfriend, but is divorced from uh, the other from Mr. Danley there, that she has the resources with the ammunition and everything else, including that she's Filipino, and ISIS has supposedly penetrated Philippines. Um, so yeah, it is what it is. It's a big swirling mess, but we got through it little by little, and as time goes on, more. I believe the motive is the motive for everything. I believe is a um, a structural type of settlement for different parties. One being that he himself, Stephen here, his settlement was with the actual um, Mandalay Bay uh, hotel because he lost his case with the insurance situation, so he was going to pay him back for that alone. And this is what he was doing for that. But also, too, he probably did his homework, finding out that Mandalay Bay had a problem in a way with the hotel, and saw that he could go after the insurance type thing, possibly. As for you victims, you better hurry up and claim it against Mandalay Bay before they go bankrupt, because that's an insurance situation you can do with them as well, if you're going to sue them. And also, too, um, I believe the one here with the connection with Benghazi with Hillary and Obama was an actual inside situation of a network that Stephen needed for the ammunition and for the money, being that not only they supplied the tools of the guns and everything else, but also the money flow being from Hillary and Obama and ISIS situation. And as for the girlfriend, um, if you go into YouTube videos too, until they can further intensify the investigation on her and really interrogate her, there's going to be more coming out when they do interrogate her. But she was in the first, according to reports of eyewitnesses, she was in the first few rows of the front that actually told people that people are going to die. So, I mean, right then and there, they should have said something to the authorities right then and there, the eyewitnesses, and I hope in the future that if anybody does that, that they go to the authorities. But that right there alone tells me that she knew exactly the plan. She knew exactly what was going to happen. So she's part of an accessory of the whole situation. And, since she has the connections not only to Philippines with ISIS, but also probably her ex-husband, Gary Danley, that all this came together as a triad of a revelation. So, yeah. So this is Share with the Current Event Wars. Please subscribe to my channel, and please give me the credit for what I've done here to help research and figure out this problem. But I believe it's a deep state setup situation, and it was bought and paid for, I believe, from the Clinton situation and Obama situation, and maybe also backed by Soros. It can go very deep as Soros. And as I get more information and research on it, I'll try to bring it out. Until then, stay tuned to my channel, pass the word on. Please, if anybody listens to that Alex Jones show, send him this link, please. I've been trying to contact him on this. Anyway, alright, stay tuned to my channel. Please subscribe. We'll bring you more as soon as I possibly can. Again, this is the current event awards. Thanks.